Hello, welcome to Academic Excellence. Today we'll be discussing about exponential equation. But before we proceed, please help by subscription. Subscription is free. Just subscribe. Now, what do you understand by the word exponential? You know, the other word for exponential is called what? Power. And also what? Index. Right? Good. So, exponential equations means what? It simply means it's an equation which has a power as a what? As a variable. Exponential equation is always an equation which has a power as a variable. Now, let's see example or ways to identify the exponential equations, right? Example of exponential equation. Now, if we take 2 raised to the power x plus 32, equals to 32. This is an exponential equation. Why? Because of this power x, and there's an equation between, right? Because of this power and the equation is an exponential equation. Or again, 3 raised to the power x equals to 9. You see, this is an exponential equation because of what? The power x and as well the equals to. So anytime you see a variable as a power and there's an equals to, automatically you should draw your attention that that particular equation is an exponential equation, right? Example again, another example, 2 raised to the power 2x plus 1 equals to what? 16. This is an exponential equation. Why? Because of this x, 2 raised to the power x plus 1 equals to 16. So because of this 2x and the 16 is a what? An exponential. That's what makes them an exponential. Good. Now that you have know how to identify the exponential equation, right? As I said earlier, exponent mean power, and as well power mean index. So I'll be using here power instead of what? Exponent, right? Good. Now we move to ways of transforming exponential equation. Basically, there are 3 ways of transforming exponential equation, which are linear equations. That means exponential equation can be transformed into linear equation, into quadratic equation, and into simultaneous equation, right? Now, please stick on this video. Keep on watching. We'll see how to transform exponential equation into linear, right? Now, we move now to solve example of questions that can be transformed into linear equation. Now, see this. This is an exponential equation which can be transformed into a linear. Note, if you don't know what linear equation mean, please go and watch my video on algebraic expression. Right? You understand more precisely. This is an example of exponential equation that can be transformed into a linear equation. As well, this is another example of linear equation or exponential equation that can be transformed into what? Linear equation. You see? Very straightforward. Now let's move in solving example in exponential equations that can be transformed into a linear equation, right? See our first example. Now we see exponential equation leading to linear equations, right? Good. Now, example 1, solve the equation. But before we do then, please let me just give you a brief analysis on how to solve exponential equation. First of all, simplify the term given, the base given into what? Into a basic term. All base that you are seeing, you must simplify them into a basic term. That's the first. Secondly, eliminate the basic terms and equate the powers. And the last step, solve solve for the variable. These are the steps, right? Simplify the base of the basic terms, right? To the basic term. Eliminate the base and equate what? The powers. Solve for the variable. You see? Take note of these 3 points. Now we proceed. We say what? Solution. Good. Now we bring the exponential equations. We say 5 raised to the power x equals to 625. You see, why do we call this one exponential equation? Simply because of this x that is a what? Is a power and also what? The equation. So anytime you see this kind of nature, mathematics in this nature is an exponential equation, right? Now we'll proceed. So 5 raised to the power x equals to, now we are coming to simplify 625 into the basic term. As you know, 5 is in the basic term. You see, you cannot simplify 5 into any basic term because 5 itself is a basic term, right? Now we are coming to simplify 625 into a basic terms. Is it clear? Good. Now let me bring my calculator. Seek 5 into the basic term. So let's say 5 raised to the power 4 is going to give us what? 625. Please follow me step by step. Bring your calculator in as well, pen and a paper, and go along as I do, right? So the basic time of 625 is what? 5 raised to the power 4. Do you see? Now what? We have a common what? Base. The base 5, base 5. Do you see? Now what are we going to do? The second point of exponential, second step, say we should eliminate what? The base, right? And we equate the powers. So we eliminate this, cancel this 5, we cancel this 2, 5, and what? Eliminate the powers. What are the powers? X and 4. So x equals to what? 4. So we equate the powers. So what's your answer? Your answer is what? X equals to 4. You see, for the first question, that's how to solve exponential equation, right? Always simplify the base into the basic terms. Second, eliminate what? The base, and equate the what? The powers, and solve for x or the variable there, right? So this is example 1. If you don't understand, I advise if you play again the video. I believe you understand, and also pay attention on my explanation. Now we proceed to example 2. Solve for x in the equation. Now anytime you see a question, an exponential equation, and you see a decimal, right? Anytime you see a decimal, you must try to convert that decimal into a fraction. Take note, it's always a fraction that gives you decimal, so you must take the reciprocal of the decimal. In other words, by converting the decimal into a fraction, right? If you want to know, you want to have good foundation and good understanding how to convert decimal into fraction, go again to this of this my channel. Go and watch my video on how to convert from decimal to fraction. I believe it will be very simple for you, and I explained there precisely, and everything with simplicity. You right? Good. Now we proceed. We say, what is the question? We to solve 8 raised to the power x equals to 0.25. It's a decimal. Now what should be our target first? Is to come and convert this decimal, which is 0.25, into what? A fraction. 0.25. As I said, if you want to know how to convert from decimal to fraction, go and watch that my video, right? Now what are we going to do? See here, any number outside the decimal, okay, after the decimal, write that number as a numerator, right? What are the numbers after the decimal? After the decimal, the number what? 2 and 5. So in other words, is 25. Write it 25, and what? All divided by what? Any number before the decimal, we take it as 1. If it's 0, even if it's 0, 1, 10, or anything, we take it as 1. Then any number after the decimal for the denominator, we take it as 0. So 2 here is 0, 0, 5, 0. These are the procedure. Any number before the decimal, after the decimal, we write them as numerator. Now we come now to the denominator. Any number before the decimal, we take it as 1. After the decimal, we take it as 0 when you are working for the numerator. Now we go. We are trying to convert. So we say what? 25 here is what? 1 times. 25 into itself 1 times. 25 can go as well into 100, which is what? 4 times. So conversion is what? 1 upon 4. And if you use your calculator 1 upon 4, you have 0.25. Now let's see. 1 divided by 4. See, 0.25. That means we have converted, right? So 0.25 is equals to 1 upon 4. So that's what we are going to put here. So say 8 raised to the power x equals to 1 divided by 4. We have converted this decimal into what? Fraction. Take note. Anytime you see a decimal, you must convert it to fraction in exponential equation, right? If you don't know, go and watch my video. Now we proceed. Now, what are we going to do? In exponential equation, anytime you see a fraction, right, you must take what? A negative power. Anytime you see a fraction, you must take a negative power. As well, if you don't know how to take a negative power, go and watch my video on indices. I believe I precisely explain on that topic. As well, I lay emphasis on how to convert to a negative power. So 8 raised to the power x equals to, is a fraction, we take the negative power. We say 4 raised to the power minus 1. So this negative power, I've removed this fraction. This one, this fraction, right? Now we have 4 whole number raised to the power minus 1. That's how we convert. You see it? Now, after we have removed the decimal, second, we remove the fraction. Third, what are we going to do? We are coming to simplify the what? The whole numbers. Or sorry, the base. Base 4, do you see base 8 here and base 4 here? We are coming to simplify them. How are we going to simplify base 8? We say 2 raised to the power 3. It will give you 8. 2 raised to the power 3. See, it's 8. So 2 raised to the power 3 give you 8 equals to 2 raised to the power 4 is going to give you what? Sorry, 2 raised to the power 2 is going to give you 4. 2 raised to the power 2, right, is give you 4. So 2 raised to the power 2. Remember, this 2 raised to the power 2 already meet a what? A power. So anytime a power meets a power, the power that these 2 meet, it should go in a bracket, minus 1. Do you see the procedure? Good. 2 raised to the power 2. Now we go 2 raised to the power, sorry, bracket x here. Good, because these 3 meet, this power 3 meet this x, so the x should be in brackets, right? So 3 times x, which is going to give you what? 3x equals to 2 raised to the power 2 times minus 1 is going to give you minus 2, right? Now what are we going to do? Now the bases are the same. The third step of solving exponential equation, second step said, we should what? Eliminate the base and equate the what? The powers. So this cancel this. We equate another power. 3x equals to what? Minus 2. Do you see? Is it understandable? Good. What are we going to do? We solve for x. The last step, see what? We solve for x. How are we going to solve for x? Is by dividing both sides by 3. Divide here by 3. Divide here by 3. 3 cancel 3. What is remaining? It's remaining what? X. So x equals to minus 2 upon 3. This is your answer. So the value of x is what? Minus 2 upon 3. They say solve for x in the equation. This is your answer. Is it understandable? Please, if you don't understand, replay again the video. I believe you understand it more better. Right? Good. All about your exponential equation is the same step we are keep on doing. Right? We are going to again for the third example. Now we proceed. Solve the equation. 8 raised to the power x minus 3 equals to 2 raised to the power x minus 6. Do you see? Now we go. Remember, this is an exponential. Why? Simply because the powers contain what? X. They contain variable and as well what? An equation. So any equation that has a variable as a power, that equation is an exponential equation. Take note. Now we proceed. Now, what are we going to do here? Is to simplify the base. What are the base? The base are 8 and 2, right? The base are 8 and 2. So now we simplify them, right? Take note, there is no decimal, there is no fraction. If there is a decimal, you convert it to a fraction. If there is a fraction, you convert it to what? To a negative power. Take note of those 2 steps, right? Good. Now we go. Of course, 2 is in the basic term, so it's only 8. We convert 8. 8, if you want to convert it to a basic time, is to what? It's 8 raised to the power 3. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. So 2 raised to the power 3. Anything this, when you convert, anything, the power that you convert, that you put, meet, the thing that it meets, the power that it meets should be in a bracket. So it should be x minus 3. Do you see? Simply because this 3 came and meets this 2. So this 2, x minus 3, should be in a bracket. Equals to 2 raised to the power x minus 6. Of course, 2 is in the basic term. You cannot convert 2 into naught again. Right? 8, we can convert it to the basic term as what? 2 raised to the power 3. If you use your calculator, see. 2 raised to the power what? 3. It gives you what? 8. You see? Now we go. We say, we try to remove what? The bracket. 2 raised to the power 3 times x is what? 3x minus 3 times 3, 9, equals to 2 raised to the power x minus 6. Now once the base are the same, we say what? We eliminate the base and equate the power. Take note, this cancel this. They are the same, we eliminate. Now we equate the powers. These are the powers. So say 3x minus 9 equals to x minus 6. Do you see? Is it understandable? Good. Now we proceed. What are we going to do? We collect like terms, right? So 3x, or we transpose. X should be in one part of the equation, right? 3x, this x will come. It will become now minus x equals to minus 6. There's plus 9 here. Where we transpose it is going to be plus 9. Sorry, there's minus 9 here. Where we transpose is going to be plus 9. Do you see? So 3x minus x is going to give you what? 2x equals to minus 6x plus 9 is going to give you what? 3. What are we going to do? We solve for x. Find x. What is x? Divide both sides by 2. Divide here by 2. Divide here by 2. This cancel this. What is remaining? X equals to what? 3 upon 2. That's your answer. You see? Is it understandable? Please, before I proceed again, help subscribe. Go and subscribe. That's what will make me to be very more happy to remove more video and make me to teach in simplicity. Please, okay? Subscription is free. Now we move to example 4. Example 4 says what? Solve for x in the equation. 1 upon 8 raised to the power x equals to 16 raised to the power minus 1. You see? So 1 upon 8 raised to the power x equals to 16 raised to the power minus 1. What are we going to do? Take note. I told you that anytime you see a fraction, you must remove the fraction by giving what? The negative power, right? So it's supposed to be 8 raised to the power minus x. Do you see? Giving a negative sign. So here is plus x, but when you remove the fraction, it becomes minus x. Equals to 16 raised to the power minus 1. What is the next step? The next step is to what? We should simplify after we have removed the fraction. We should what? Simplify the bases. What are the bases? 8 and 16. Now how can we simplify 8? We can simplify 8 into what? 2 raised to the power 3 bracket minus x. You see, 2 raised to the power 3 give you 8, right? Equals to, how can we simplify 16? 16 is 2 raised to the power 4 bracket minus 1. See? 2 raised to the power 4 give you 16. Now let's see, right? 2 raised to the power 3 gives you 8. Do you see? 2 raised to the power 4 gives you 16. Is it okay? That's how it is. No, right? Now we go. Remove the brackets. 2 raised to the power what? 3 times minus x is just minus 3x. Equals to 2 raised to the power what? 2 times minus 4 is just minus 4. Right? If you use your calculator. What next? Once we have simplified the base, always after we have simplified, always the bases must be the same in exponential equation, especially for linear. Normally, right? They must be the same. So you see power 2, so we cancel. Yeah, 2 we cancel the base. Now we move what? The power. We equate the powers. In other words, we put now the power into equation. Equal to. What the first power is what? Minus 3x. Equals to, the second power is what? Minus 4. What should be our answer? We find the value of x. Divide both sides by minus 3. Divide here by minus 3. This cancel this. What is remaining? X. So x equals to, minus cancel minus. What is remaining? 4 upon 3. This is our answer. That's the value of x. Is it clear? I hope it's simple. Now please, I advise, go and watch more of my video. You understand here more precisely. Watching this is watch how to convert from decimal to fraction, right? Thank you. Please, if you don't understand as well, replay again the video. I believe you understand more precisely. Now we proceed to example 5. Find the value of x in the equation. What is the equation? 3 raised to the power 2x minus 1 equals to 243, right? What are the base here? The base are 3 and 243, right? Now proceed. We try to simplify 243. So 3 raised to the power 2x minus 1, right? Okay, 2x square. Okay. Sorry. 2x. Right? 3 raised to the power 2x minus 1. How are we going to simplify this? We simplify this as what? 3 raised to the power 5 is going to give you 243. So say 3 raised to the power 5. You see? 243. So say 3 raised to the power 5. What next? The bases are the same, right? We cancel. We equate the power. So 2x minus 1 equals to 5, right? What next? We transpose. 2x is equals to 5 plus 1. What is going to give you? 6. So 2x equals to 6, right? Here is minus 1. So when you transpose, it's going to give you plus 1. Now proceed. Find the value of x. Divide both sides by 2. Divide here by 2. This cancel this. So x equals to what? 3. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's the value of x. The question says find the value of x, right? Which is what? 3 raised to the power 2x minus 1. Is it understandable? Please, if you don't understand, replay again the video. I believe you understand more precisely. Pay attention, focus on my explanation, and as well, practice along with me, right? We move to example 6. Find the value of x in the equation. We say solution. Now, we say 2 raised to the power 3x equals to 0.5, right? What are we going to do? Anytime you see a decimal, we convert this decimal into what? Into a fraction. I said, after the decimal, any number outside the decimal, you put as a numerator. What is the number after the decimal? It's 5. We put 5 as a numerator. Now we come for the denominator. Any number before the decimal, we take it as 1. What is number? 0. Any number after the decimal, we take it as 0. What is here? 5. So we take this 5 as 0. So do you see? So 5 into itself, 1 times. 5 here is 2 times, so 1 upon 2. So 0.5 is equals to what? 1 upon 2. If you use the calculator, you have the same thing. 1 divided by 2, 0.5. Do you see? Good. So anywhere we see 0.5, we put 1 upon 2. So here we say 2 raised to the power 3x equals to 1 upon 2. Instead of 0.5, now we say now 1 upon 2. Is it clear? What are we going to do? I told you again that anytime you see a fraction, you can remove the fraction by giving what? A negative sign. 2 raised to the power 3x is equals to 2 raised to the power minus 1. Do you see? That's how to remove the fraction. This minus 1 has helped remove the fraction, right? Now we go. The bases are now the same, right? And they're in the basic term. We eliminate the bases and equate the powers, right? 3x equals to what? Minus 1. We find the value of x. Divide by 3, divide by 3. This cancel this. So x equals to what? Minus 1 upon 3. That's your answer. Is it understandable? Good. I think this will be the last example that we'll be solving here, right, for this video. Good, thank you. Now let's try to see example and exponential equation leading to quadratic equation, and as well exponential equation leading to simultaneous equation. Let's try to see example on those one, but we'll not solve today any example on those two. In the next video we are going to solve all of them. Please just stick on this video, keep on watching. Go again, watch the other video that will be reviewing on them. I believe you understand this topic. These are example of exponential equation leading to what? Quadratic equation. Exponential equation leading to quadratic equation. This is an example. 2 raised to the power 3x plus 4 into 2 raised to the power 3x minus 32 equals to 0. You see it? If you want to know how to solve this kind of question in exponential equation, please go and watch the video that I will just be uploading now, immediately after this one. Just go and watch it. Right? Here again, 2 raised to the power 2x plus 2 minus 9 into what? 2x plus 2 equals to 0. If you want to know how to solve this kind of question, I believe just go and watch this video that I'm about to upload. Everything will be very simple for you. You're able to solve it, right? Good. And I will be explaining there everything into simplicity, right? Exponential equation leading to quadratic equation. So it's simultaneous equation, right? 2 raised to the power x minus y equals to 8 and 2 raised to the power 3x minus y equals to 128. You see, this is an example of exponential equation leading to quadratic equation. If you want to know how to solve exponential equation leading to quadratic equation, go and watch my next video. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time with me. Stick on this video. Please subscribe, like, and also share this video. I believe it's helpful, and thank you very much for your time.